second grade English students at University of There we go. This is the background. The background of the study is centered around the relationship between reading habits and academic achievement among second grade English students in the English language education program at University of There. Reading is a complex skill that involves interpreting written or printed symbol to verify meaning and understanding. It encompasses various cognitive processes such as phonetics, vocabulary, sentence structure, grammar, and making inferences. Developing a regular reading essential for students as it is not only enhances cognitive and language expression, but also brings emotional maturity, improves perspective on everyday living, and helps individuals adjust better to daily life. Dealing with academic achievement. Academic achievement at the tertiary level encompasses effective language, effective speech skills, effective learning, and personal features of students. It refers to the level of success that students have achieved in their academic pursuits, including grades, test scores, and overall performance in school. In conclusion, the proposed study will contribute to the essential body of the knowledge by examining the relationship between reading habits and academic achievement among second grade English students at the University of There. By understanding the impact of reading habits on academic achievement, the study aims to provide insight and recommendations that can help educators and institutions promote effective reading habits and improve student outcomes. This is the problem of study beginning with question 4. What is the relation between reading habits and academic achievement among second grade English students in the English language education program at University of There? Next. Scope of the study. Based on the information provided, the scope of the study on the relationship between reading habits and academic achievement among second grade English students at the University of There. Research objective. The main objective of the study is to examine the relationship between reading habits and academic achievement among second grade English students. Key terms from the reading. Reading is the process of interpreting written or print symbols such as letters, words, and sentences to verify meaning and understanding. It involves visually perceiving and decoding written language and comprehending the information conveyed by the text. Reading involves several cognitive processes, including recognizing and associating letters with sound, understanding words meaning, comprehending sentence structures and grammar, and making inferences and connection to structured meaning. It is a complex skill that develops through practice and exposure to a variety of texts. Dealing with habits. Reading habits refers to a regular and consistent practice of engaging in reading activities. It is the tendency or routine of the setting aside time for reading and making it a regular part of one's daily or weekly schedule. Meanwhile, academic achievement can be described as the level of success that a student has achieved in their academic pursuits, such as their grades, test scores, and overall performance in school. The signification of the study. The study aims to contribute to the existing literature on the relationship between reading habits and academic achievement amongst second grade English students. The findings may provide insight for educators and policymakers to develop strategies and interventions to promote effective reading habits and improve academic performance. Research methodology. In this research, The researchers has used the descriptive approach to the research and conduct in the classroom. Qualitative method was used in the study. This research method will focus on looking objective on the classroom to find the correlation between reading habits and academic achievement. Second subject of the study. This study focused on finding correlation between reading habits and academic achievement on EFL students in Unica St. Paul's Rotterdam. For this research, the writer used sampling in class 20.1A, second grade, English student at Unica St. Paul's Rotterdam to know the correlation between reading habit and academic achievement with total student 27, which consists 7 male and 20 female. Technique of data collection for survey. Survey involves collecting data through questionnaires or interviews. They can be conducted through various mediums such as paper-based form, online survey, telephone interviews, or face-to-face interaction. In the study, the author distributes Google Forms to be filled in by participants on class 2021A. Second interview. Question were designed to identify information on the student's reading frequency, perfection of reading, attitude to reading, reading interest and preference, source of reading materials, and their personal evaluation of their reading habit. A reading test was conducted and marked, and the respondents were evaluated. The essence of the reading test was to test their comprehension rate, speed of reading, attitude to reading, and reading difficulties. This is the list of the question. You can see. And then the fourth, technique of data analysis. First, analyze the data. Review the respondents and extract key information related to the student's reading frequency, perfection of reading, attitude towards reading, reading interest, preference, and source of reading materials. Look for patterns, trends, and interesting insight that emerge from the data. Data was analyzed using frequency table and simple percentage formula. Second, qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis is used to analyze numerical or textual data. It involves techniques such as thematic analysis, content analysis, and discourse analysis to identify patterns, themes, and insight from qualitative data sources such as interview, focus groups, or open-ended survey response. Next. This is a finding from the Google form I was shared from my friends in 2021A in Taiwan. Do you in Taiwan? Question: do you enjoy reading a book? Based on the response gathered, it can be concluded that a majority of the students, 23 out of 27, enjoy reading these books. Only 4 students indicate that they do not enjoy reading books. This suggests that the majority of the students have a positive attitude towards reading and may be more inclined to engage in reading activities. The second table is about what genre do you like? You can see in this slide. Educational book frequency is 4, romantic is 11, religious 1, poetry 3, theology 2, fiction 3, non-fiction 3. Yes. Based on the response gathered, it can be concluded that the students have a diverse range of preferred genres when it comes to reading. The most popular genre among the students is romantic, with 11 students expressing and 2 students, but respectively indicating a preference for this genre. Overall, the results suggest that the students have a fair taste when it comes to reading genres, with a significant number of them gravitating towards romantic literature, followed by a mix of poetry, fiction, and non-fiction genres. Table 3. How often you read? Once a day, frequency 10, once or 2 a week, 6%, once in 2 or 3, once in 2 or 3 weeks, frequency is 8, once a month, the student is just 3. Based on the response here, it can be concluded that a significant portion of the students have a regular reading habit. Out of the total response, 10 students reported reading a book once a day. This indicates that they engage in reading activities on a daily basis, demonstrating a consistent and frequent reading habit. Furthermore, 6 students mentioned consistent and frequent reading habit. Furthermore, 6 students mentioned reading a book once or twice a week, showing that they have a regular reading routine, although not as frequent as those who read daily. In addition, 8 students state that they read a book once in 2 or 3 weeks, suggesting a moderate reading frequency. This group may engage in reading less frequently but still maintain some level of reading activity. Lastly, 3 students reported reading a book once a month, indicating a lower reading frequency compared to the others group. Overall, the results indicate that a considerable number of the students read books regularly, either on a daily or weekly basis. This suggests a positive reading habit among the students, which can contribute to their overall reading skills and engagement with literature. This is a table 4. Do you read online or print? Based on the response here, it can be concluded that a majority of the students, 18 out of the 27, prefer reading books online. However, it is worth noting that a considerable number of the students still prefer reading printed books. This indicates that they may enjoy the textile experiences, the physical preference of a book. The table 5. What the reason you read a book? This is frequency. Based on the response here, it can be concluded that the students have various reasons for reading books. The most common reason mentioned is obligation at the school. Additionally, personal certification is another frequency mentioned reason for reading books, with 8 students expressing that they engage in reading for their own enjoyment and fulfillment. Furthermore, 7 students mentioned reading books to acquire general knowledge. This suggests that they see reading as a means to expand their understanding and gain information about different subjects. Table 6. When the last time you read? This is a frequency. Next. Based on the response here, it can be concluded that the majority of students have engaged in reading relatively recently. Among the response, 9 students mentioned that they read a book 2 days ago, indicating a recent reading activity. Similarly, 9 students reported reading a book last week, suggests a considered reading habit within a shorter time frame. Overall, the result indicates that a significant portion of the students have engaged in reading within the past week or 2. This suggests an active reading habit among the students, where they regularly participate in reading activities, encouraging regular reading sessions, and providing engaging reading materials can further nurture and sustain their reading habit. Based on the response here, This suggests that they may find reading challenging or struggling with comprehension. Additionally, several students find reading interesting. This indicates level of engagement and curiosity when it comes to reading, suggesting that they may enjoy exploring different topics or genres through books. Overall, the results highlight a range of perception regarding reading habit among the students. While some students feel reading as difficult or boring, others find it useful and interesting. This is a UAS last semester. You can see. Based on the result gathered, it can be concluded that the majority of the students, 24 out of 27, achieved UAS in this following semester, scored higher than 3.0 in their last semester. This suggests that the majority of the students had a good academic performance, as an UAS score above 3.0 is generally considered satisfactory or above average achievement. On the other hand, just 3 students reported an UAS score below 3.0 in their last semester. Overall, the results suggest that a significant number of students achieved UAS score higher than 3.0 in their last semester, indicating a favorable academic performance. This score. Next, file 9. Has reading habit have a good or bad to your activities as a student? Based on the table 9, it can be concluded that the majority of students, 26 out of 27, perceive their reading habits to have a positive impact. Overall, the overwhelming majority of the students acknowledge the positive influence of reading habits on their academic as a student. Then, do you believe reading habits have an impact on your academic achievement? Based on table 10, it can be concluded that all the students, 27 out of 27, believe that reading habits have an importance of their academic achievement. They recognize the correlation between their reading habits and their academic success. This finding emphasizes the significance of promoting and implementing a reading culture among students to support their educational progress and overall academic success. In this conclusion, I can read once again to you. Further research, question and data, the research can conclude most of the respondents in case sampling for ELF students second grade at Unicasan Palazurupe, especially the sampling object that is students on 2021A, have a positive reading habit, and they are so active when they when the writer gives them some question about reading habits. As we can see on table 8, most of them have a good score in UPS, and based on experience, the writer indicates the writer too as a student can see almost students in sampling class very active and have a good knowledge. The students, I think that's all. Thank you very much.